At the heart of this book is a deeply personal story, a confrontation of the memories and self-representations of a Nazi civilian administrator with the consequences of his actions for the tens of thousands of victims of Nazi racial policies. It's about a small town near Auschwitz by the name of Benjin, 25 miles from Auschwitz, and the wider county and area, through which around 85,000 Jews passed on their way to the gas chambers. I knew the Landrat personally. He was the husband of my mother's best friend. My mother was a refugee from Nazi Germany and she never knew anything about this. I discovered this case through letters after my mother had died. So for me it was a very personal exploration. I had to find out what had he done, what had been the consequences of his actions. What I do in the book is a combination of a professional history, I am a professional historian, and a deeply personal exploration of the experiences of the victims, people like Minja, who survived as a child hidden in the attic of a Polish family friend, people like Rutger Laskia, a teenager who wrote a diary in which she recounts how she felt trapped like an animal waiting to die, people who were involved in the ghetto uprising in the summer of '43 or in the attempt to blow up the crematoria of Auschwitz in autumn 1944. That on the one hand, people who survived and died as a result of malnourishment and ghettoization. And on the other hand, I'm also trying to explore the ambivalence of the administrator, his own inner unease, knowing that, as he put it, he was innocently becoming guilty, becoming involved in the policies in this area, where he got frightened about where racism was leading. He was an ordinary Nazi. He believed in the superiority of the German race and the inferiority of others. He was prepared to put into action plans for ghettoization, for starvation effectively through cutting of rations, but he wasn't prepared to see the consequences, that this all made it that much easier for the SS and the Gestapo finally to come in and deport people to the gas chambers of Auschwitz. So it's a confrontation of behaviour and its consequences, and a confrontation of memory with history, and an exploration of how it was that the Holocaust was actually possible even when people didn't intend it to come into being.